feeling sad today. You know Allan Rickman, for the guy who played Professor Snape? He died. At the same age as well as David Bowie, which I find a bit coincidental. Hi everyone! How are you today? I am eating. This is veal ravioli, and it's just basically, I cook this, but I just basically put everything, you know those packages that you have in supermarket, you have the beef and then you have the sauces, and I just put them together inside a pan. Added a bit of butter, and that's it basically. So it's veal with tomato sauce, and I added some coriander, which I am addicted to, by the way. Just like Banchan from yesterday. And these are bananas. They slice them really thinly and then they fry them. It's basically a snack, but I put it inside this rice noodle soup, seaweed soup that I cooked. It's a bit sweet, so it's really good because the ones that I have is very salty. It's basically just rice noodle and then with seaweed, and they have the seasoning inside the seaweed packaging. So I just put it inside and cooked it and boiled it together. It's basically just salt, but it's delicious. So I thought I should put a little bit of sweetness inside of it. Have you guys heard Allan Rickman, the guy who played Professor Snape, died? I'm so sad. Feels like a little bit of my youth is gone with him. Yucky, it's really salty. This is a seaweed. It's a tiny seaweed. Is anyone like in the Harry Potter fandom? I'm not a hardcore Harry Potter fan, but it is a cultural phenomenon, and it did preoccupy my, my youth from 1999, 2000 up until when the film finished around 2011. So that's 12 years. That's a very consistent time, year after year, that you put in your efforts and time either reading the book or waiting for the movie to come out. Some people don't even marry for that long. I really love cilantro. I was in this health kick about a few months ago. Well, not a health kick, but sort of like really looking into health, maybe up until last month. I haven't been doing that for the past 2 weeks, but I might pick it up again soon. And I was also looking at the GMO, you know, the genetic modified food. And I found out that Australia actually are pretty strict when it comes down to that. And I feel like that's a bit of a relief that we don't really have to watch. We don't have to police ourselves so harsh when it comes down to what we eat. Because we still have like some restrictions in place if you actually change or genetically modify the food that you want to sell. Of course, you don't really know what's what, really, unless you cook it yourself. Anyway, back to Harry Potter. Makes me realize that this kind of news will start to pop up in the future, where the people from our childhood, or you know, these actors or people who represent a section of our lives are going to die, and we are going to be reminded that sooner or later we're also going to be like that. I know it's a bit dark, but I'm saying we don't really reflect that often about what we have accomplished so far or what we have overcome, because I think we are so accustomed to be on the go all the time. I didn't add salt in this particular dish because I knew that this was going to be really salty, and I was right. I mean, I started to think, oh my god, the guy who played Harry Potter could die tomorrow. Like Daniel Radcliffe could die tomorrow. Knock on wood, I hope he's not, I hope he doesn't. And that would be like an end of an era for a whole generation. I don't even want to think about like J.K. Rowling passing away. I'm like, oh my god, that would send me into an existential crisis. Like if the creators did, although the work itself will still continue to be alive, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a remake of those 11 movies in the future, like in 5 years time or in 10 years time. Well, a whole different generations are going to pick it up and play different characters with different set of storylines. But it won't be the same. I guess it's like Harry Potter is the Star Wars of our generation. When, you know, I'm pretty sure we've heard like older people kept saying, the remake is not the same like when you watched it for the first time, like, you know, when we were kids. And it'll be like that with us as well. with our generation when Harry Potter is going to be remade in the future. I wish I had cheese so that I can spread it all over it. I think this is the first time too that I'm eating pasta with chopstick. And I wonder why I never done that before. But it's pretty efficient. What do you think if they make a whole new franchise of Harry Potter? Like remake the whole 11 movies? Because it will happen. Or because we are in this frenzy of the feminism movement, which I'm all for, they're going to focus the whole franchise around Hermione instead of Harry. And then like maybe try to find out her background much more in details, like her dentist parents. And her childhood before she came to before she came to Hogwarts. You know what? I reckon that will be done. This is good. Combining salt and sugar. Not good for the body, but tastes good. I bought the seaweed so that I could cook tteokbokki. It was a disaster. I cooked it about a week ago. Really bad. I had it just perfect at a certain point, and then I added other things, and that became really, really difficult to recover the taste. I figured out that cooking is about patience. You can't rush it. I'm getting better at it, but it takes a lot of time. salty. It's salty. And I like salt. I'm watching Remember. But there's not a lot to talk about. It's a very not action drama, but it's a very cerebral drama, which I enjoy. Isn't it better just to have this alone on its own rather than with that? No, it's too salty. It is good. My veggies, I love my veggies. Can you hear that drilling sounds? So loud. I always have this wanting to buy a buckload of KFC bucket, but every time I ended up doing it, like a bulk of like KFC or McDonald's, after I eat about 1 or 2 pieces, I get really full, and I sort of have to pace myself out for the next few days to finish all of them. Before I bought them, I really was convinced and had the confidence I could finish it in one go. This and my stomach are in 2 different places. But there are also a few times where you actually end up, like when I bought Domino's or pizza, for example, like 3, just a regular, maybe regular size, like that big, I could finish like 75% of all 3 boxes. So it's kind of weird, like, you know, sometimes I could finish like a whole lot, and sometimes you just can't fit anything in. Depends on the day, I guess. really nice. Really sorry. No. I still want to go to Harry Potter park? Fun park? Theme park? Theme park in Orlando. Oh, I really want to go. I think they have a village too in London, right? I love green onions. I know people go like, I love this pasta, I love this ravioli. I'm like, I love this cilantro. I love this green onion. I like the veal, but I don't necessarily love it. I love steak. I think I like it when everything is in its purest form or closest to it. There's not much of processing. What kind of food do you guys like? I like onions too. If you slice onions up and then you grab a pan and then you basically just cook the onions on the pan without anything else, without oil, without seasoning, just the onions and the pan, the heat on the pan. It will start to sweat and then it will start to greases itself. And after a few minutes, if you taste the onions, it feels really good. It tastes really sweet, but not like, candy sweet. It's just that refreshing sweetness. You should try it. It's just nice. Like to have taste of pure onions. Same goes with garlic as well. If you roast garlic and green onion together before you use it in cooking, your cooking will taste a lot better. And this is coming from someone who can't cook well. I want to try to make tomato sauce next time. I don't know when. This is really nice though. Mm.